In this video, let us study about the energy band diagram of conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Okay, in my previous video, I had explained you about the bands, different types of bands like conduction band and the valence band, and we have also seen the concept of forbidden energy gap. So to lift the electron from the valence band to the conduction band, we have to apply energy that is greater than the forbidden energy gap. Okay, so first let us consider the case of conductors here. So in conductors, you can see the conduction band and the valence band are overlapping with each other. Okay, so if I consider this as conduction band, this will be the valence band. So at room temperature, many number of free electrons available. Means this valence electrons, they can move to the conduction band, okay, at any time. They can move freely, okay, that is to the conduction band. So there is no need of external energy or something like that. Okay, so these are the good conductors of electricity. Who? They are metals. Okay, so the example for conductors can be given as copper, aluminium, copper and silver. Okay, these are the examples for the conductors. They have overlapping conduction band and the valence band. So next, if I consider insulator, these are the poor conductors of electricity, right? So we will see why. See, the conduction band and the valence band, they are separated by the forbidden energy gap. You know, this is a forbidden energy gap. There are no permissible energy levels present here. So it is called as a forbidden energy gap. Okay, so here this energy gap will be equal to 5 electron volt, or it can be more than that. So we can say it is greater than or equal to 5 electron volt. What? This is a forbidden energy gap whose value can be 5 electron volt or more than that. That is for the insulators. So what are the examples of insulators? You have plastic, you have rubber, you have quartz, glass, diamond. So these are all the examples of insulators. So at room temperature, you can see that this valence band is completely filled and conduction band is completely empty. So this is completely empty and this is completely filled. So there are no free electrons available, so they do not conduct any electricity. So what happens now to move electron from this to this, that is from valence band to conduction band, we have to apply energy that is greater than 5 electron volt, which is not practically possible. So practically it's not possible, right? So practically we cannot have any free electrons. That is why these are the bad conductors of electricity. But if I apply very high temperature, very high temperature or a very high voltage, in that case the insulator may start conducting, but that is called as the breakdown of insulator. What is the property of insulator? It is to oppose the flow of current. But now at this temperature or voltage, it will not be able to oppose the flow of current. Okay, so that will enter the state of breakdown. So that is called as a breakdown of insulators. Okay, so the forbidden energy gap is very high. So the chances of getting free electrons is very less. So we won't get any free electrons here. So next is semiconductor. So semiconductor, the conductivity of this semiconductor, it lies in between conductor and insulator. Okay, or you can consider like this, insulator here, conductor here. Okay, at room temperature, semiconductor behaves as insulator. That is at absolute zero. If I consider absolute zero temperature, it will be behaving as insulator. Okay, no free electrons are available. So the conduction band and the valence band, they are separated by the forbidden energy gap, okay, whose order, okay, that is equal to 1.21 electron volt for silicon, 0.72 electron volt for germanium. So we can see that this energy gap is more than that of the conduction band, but it is less than the insulator. Conductivity will be between insulator and the conductor. So practically what happens when I apply some thermal energy, more number of electrons can jump to the conduction band. At room temperature what happens? At room temperature, say it is 300 kelvins, okay? At this temperature what happens? There will be free electrons available in the conduction band because there will be like energy supplied, right, at room temperature. This temperature is enough to break the covalent bonds and to make the electron move away from the influence of its particular nucleus. So what happens? We will get free electrons in the conduction band. So they can conduct electricity. That is at room temperature we have free electrons. And another thing is at room temperature, conductivity of germanium is greater than the conductivity of silicon. Why? Because you can see the band gap of germanium is less than the band gap of silicon. So more number of electrons can be available in germanium than in silicon. And we know another formula, that is the temperature is directly proportional to e to the power of minus Eg divided by kT. So you know what happens when your energy gap increases, the value decreases, right? For simplification purpose, I will consider 0 and infinity. Okay, at Eg is equal to 0, at Eg is equal to infinity. So just to explain you, so if it is 0, it will be 1. If it is infinity, it will be 0. That means this is higher, this is lesser value, this is greater value of Eg, okay? So lesser value, greater value of this is silicon, this one will be your germanium. So germanium and this is silicon. So we can, from this I can tell that, okay, the conductivity of this is more than the conductivity of silicon. It is just to explain you how considered e to the power of minus 0 and e to the power of minus infinity. Okay, and in semiconductors also we can see two types. One is the single crystal semiconductor, another one is the compound crystal. Single crystal semiconductor and another one is the compound crystal semiconductor. So for example, for this will be your germanium or silicon, and here it is gallium arsenide phosphide, okay, nitride, okay, gallium nitride. So these are the examples for the compound crystal semiconductor, germanium and silicon. Example for the single crystal semiconductor. So we will be studying about the intrinsic semiconductor in the next video. Intrinsic semiconductor, it is the pure semiconductor. Okay, we will be studying about this.